All right. Do you want to know why? Well, first off, let's do our rankings.
I'd have to say like 9.
A 9 for you?
Yeah.
Like a 7, or maybe a 6.5.
Okay.
But like closer to a 7, like a 6.75.
What were the parts that you didn't?
So there are parts in there, yeah, that were heavily auto-tuned, and that's what bothered me the most. I could not like unhear it. Like it just some of the electronic production in there, and this probably sounds crazy to some of y'all coming from someone from our generation, but it just sounded somewhat overproduced in some areas.
I totally get that. I think for me, I didn't notice that as much because when I listen to a song, I don't always listen to the lyrics first. I listen to the music.
Yeah.
And then in this case, the video.
Yeah.
I was just so engrossed in the video, so I didn't notice the autotune. But like was it during the lyrics? Or?
Yeah, it was during the like the first in the first verse especially. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought it stood out to me a lot. And it just bothered me. I mean, personally, like, and maybe this is because I make music, but like, it bothered me a lot to hear that, and it just overall it took away from my experience. And I feel like I always like sit around and people are talking about like quality of sound not affecting their experience, and I'm like, or quality of sound is affecting their experience, and I'm like, I just like I'm not like that nitpicky, but maybe this is starting to prove me wrong.
I mean, I think sometimes autotune can be a beneficial thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like Pharrell Williams, I think he kind of uses that. He uses autotune to his advantage, like as part of the art.
Yeah.
But there's some cases when autotune doesn't really. It actually hinders the production of the song or the quality of the song.
Like my intro song to my album that's coming. Like you've heard that. I feel like especially in the hook, I feel like that I use autotune artistically.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, like I said, I didn't really notice it that much, but I'm sure if I listen to it again, I'll hear it.
Yeah, it's just, it's just so noticeable.
Was that the only thing?
Yeah, really. That was, but I mean, it dropped it significantly for me, honestly. But like, also, it's just, I mean, it sounds very much like, like radioactive. That's kind of what it reminded me of a little bit.
I mean, it's from 2015, so I think it reminds us of newer pop that we kind of grew up with.
Yeah.
And I think in a way, I mean, I listen to a wide range of music.
It's very true.
Yeah, so I think I liked it, sort of for that reason, I guess, but.
I mean, it was good. It just wasn't one of the better ones that we've heard, like last week's video.
Yeah, this is not my favorite Madonna song. I think like Frozen and the Power of Goodbye, Bedtime Stories, and what was the other one?
One more.
Nothing Matters.
Oh, Nothing Matters. Yeah, nothing really matters.
That's a lot of songs I just named, but like those are all my favorites, and like this one is close to it as well. Like one of my favorites.
Like Nothing Really Matters. Frozen. I love Frozen. I mean, I think you can't deny that Frozen. Ghosttown is a good song. It just I don't know.
We should look at the lyrics.
Yeah, let's look at the lyrics. Maybe it was all too much for a man to take. Everything's bound to break. Sooner or later, you're all that I can trust. Even though facing the darkest days, everyone ran away. But we're gonna stay here. I love how they put with like 5 different H's, by the way. Yeah. But I know you're scared tonight. I'll never leave you safe when all falls down. I'll be your fire when the lights go out. When there's no one else around, we'll be 2 souls in a ghost town. I like that hook. Yeah. I like the writing on that. So tell me what you thought it was really about.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm kind of thinking about the dynamic of relationships and how when you have a bad relationship and children are involved, how that can kind of like affect the children. And so in this case, at first I thought, okay, so these 2 people are maybe together. Yeah. And they're having maybe some type of disagreement or something. Like they're not really working so well together. I mean, like you saw, like she was burning his car or something, and he was about to shoot her.
Yeah.
So, like, clearly they have some issues to work out. But and then you see the child, and I'm just saying maybe it's not like their child. Maybe the child represents something else. But to me, I kind of think of like. Maybe the child is a witness to all of this, and when a child is witnessing abuse, that like does a number on their mind, right? And how they grow up, it like drastically affects their childhood. I can get into psychology, but I guess I won't. But yeah, so I guess I kind of just thought about that, and then especially when at the end when they all kind of came together and like held the child's hand, like walked, it kind of made me think like, oh, maybe they're, and like I don't know.
Yeah.
Just kind of that whole idea.
Yeah, and look, so, you know, typically you and I are going to have different opinions on what a song means just because, you know, we're two different people. But, like, for me, it's like, it sounds like just, like, maybe it's all too much to take, it's too much for a man to take, everything's bound to break sooner or later. Maybe he fell apart and she's saying, you know, we're going to be, you know, together even whenever, you know, even in the darkest days we'll be together. We'll be those two souls in the ghost town, you know? Like, we're so, like, strong together.
Okay,
all
yeah,
we've got
like
left
she's
is
gonna
love,
be there for
you know?
him. Like,
yeah.
Okay, that's a valid argument as well.
Mm-hmm. That at least that's what I get.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can get multiple interpretations.
For sure. Let's look at the Wikipedia, because shout out, I can't remember who it was, but shout out to whoever gave us that suggestion. I thought that was a good suggestion.
To look at the Wikipedia?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Just
to, like, kind of see, like, let's yeah, background releases that.
I don't know if this is really going to be about.
Yeah.
Wait, keep going. Oh, wait.
What?
While discussing the song's theme.
Yeah, Madonna spoke about intolerance going around the world, especially in France, whom she believed to have lost its ability to accept all people of race and color. Was there some... I didn't pay attention to
Okay, because if you looked at it, like, the man was black, and Madonna's white, and the child was, I think, Asian or something. That's, I mean...
Ooh. Yeah.
Why France, though? I don't know, like, recent French history.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't know much about France. I'm just bonjour.
I know the French Revolution.
Yeah.
Well, okay, it's a Madonna song, so you know it's gonna, like, have some type of
what?
Like, statement.
Yeah, and I think that does make that kind of statement.
It makes sense,
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this could be a statement on race and, like, you know, everything fell apart, you know, but, you know, ooh, here's another thought, right? When it all falls down, we'll be two souls in a ghost town. So that maybe that's like saying, you know, the world is falling apart, but, you know, no matter who we are still, you know, we're just people at the end of the day. Just saying.
Oh, yeah, like, I see what you're saying.
Exactly. You know, so, like, maybe it's like accept people before it's too late type thing, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah, because, like, no, like, when the world's, like, falling apart and you're the only two left, like, it doesn't matter what race or because you're the only two.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get that.
What do you, anything else? Anything else you're thinking?
I don't think so. I'm still thinking about the chorus. I love that chorus.
Yeah.
It just implants in your brain.
That's going to be in my head.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Say goodbye. There we go. Bye.